surrounded by great men of God. We are happy that this wonderful morning we are sharing the catechesis together, all the priest directors, and you know what, dear listener, we are feeling so happy because now we are going to enrich you and fill you with the presence of the Lord, and even something about our faith. The program of morning catechesis is all about our faith, about how you relate with God and one another in the society.
My name is Father Anthony Macharia from the catechesis of Nyeri. I am the priest director in the Radio Maria Nyeri, and I'm glad to be here.
Father Shadrach Malo, the priest director of Radio Maria Kenya Kisumu.
I'm Father Lawrence Mbugwa, and from the Diocese of Muranga, priest director, Radio Maria Muranga.
We are starting our series, and the series is about learning our catechism. We have a book called The Catechism of the Catholic Church. This book is a huge volume, dear listener. Some of us cannot read all of it. That's why in our catechism, dear listener, we have decided now we're going to go blow by blow, step by step, breaking it down for you so that you can understand the tenets of our faith. These are wonderful things which have been written in this book. So many good things have been written in this book, and we are going to start the series and explaining to you. Maybe you forgot your catechism.
Dear brothers and sisters and my colleagues here, the word catechism has its roots in the Greek word catechizo, meaning to teach by word of mouth. So the word catechism comes from the word, that Greek word that means to echo. Knowledge of the catechism helps us to echo forth the belief of the church, or the faith of the church.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So, dear listener, Father is saying, you know, the word catechism is a derivation of a Greek word. He's saying catechism. And for us priests, let me tell you, dear listener, this is a teaching we are taught in school, and especially in the seminary. Like Father Anthony, like the way, where is our basis of our Catholic faith, you know?
You are sure, Father Jalad, I really want to take it almost full blast because I love it. I love it when our people are well informed. Yes. Because when you are well informed, definitely you are well formed. And as Father has really and rightly put it, that the meaning of catechism is the word of mouth. It's a knowledge that we get, and not just we get, but also we live. But you realize that the sources of our catechism really is on a number of issues. One is the word of God.
Good.
Because you realize the word of God is really the word of God. Is God speaking to his people, and therefore when they take that word, they are formed to become like him. And then you realize there is the writing of the fathers of the church.
Correct.
And from the fathers of the church, you realize we have had a lot of things. This is basically what we call tradition, where the faith began. It can't be ignored. The people who really touched the clock of Jesus, who went with him.
Also, when you're talking about that, you also base the issue with also the tradition, which is actually the tradition that you're mentioning, because there was the way things were, and probably is what you wanted to ask me about how
you've read my mind.
how to present this, because being a communication, there was also what was passed on orally, and there were many things that were done and things that were were practiced, but they were never written down. So because of it, they were passed on orally from one generation to the next, as Jesus used to teach. And this was very important as a part of the basis of the tradition with a capital T. Capital T. That's also very
in as much as tradition goes back to the past, we realize that it is not static,
Exactly.
the other side.
Yes.
Because as we progress, the tradition is always continuous.
Sure.
Okay.
So it is not only the past, but
Continuous
the
development.
continued tradition. as
And
we
also,
see it even
maybe
now.
Father Jalad, also just to highlight what Father is saying on capital T, it's very important because
You put tradition
we
in
have
capital T.
tradition and we have our traditions, our cultures.
Yes.
So it's important. We are not talking about whether you are the tribe,
Not
that
the tribe,
culture,
no.
but it is the tradition on the journey that the church has the strides that the church has made from the time of Christ all the way without being static up to where we are. That tradition, that journey that the church has walked.
Really, Father Lawrence, you know, Father Pope John Paul II is very much accredited to the publishing of this catechesis. Maybe you can enlighten the dear listener how the process.
Okay. Thank you so much, Father, for this. What happened is that this was a great pope, and he's actually the saint, and we love him. His teachings were great and enormous. Whatever he said, first of all, developed from the fact that before, like I was mentioning about oral tradition, the church, or rather, I'll use the church being the people of God as it was developing.
Yes.
They didn't have the books, they didn't have the writings.
Exactly.
And this, what has been passed on orally, needed it to be recorded. Because you know very well, if I start giving information to Father Shadrach Malo here, by the time it reaches to Father Mashari on the other side, something would have been lost. Added, or probably lost, or probably explained.
That leads us, dear listener, to reflect. What was the real purpose of the Catechism of the Catholic Church? What is the real purpose of the Catechism of the Catholic Church? Dear listener, the Catechism of the Catholic Church is intended primarily to explain the teachings of the Catholic faith, because it is a reference. We take it as a reference, a great resource, even for non-Catholics who are interested in learning the Catholic values.